Hey guys, it's Frank from Cruising with Wheels. Do you sometimes go through the day trying to get things accomplished and get so frustrated by the lack of help from so-called experts that you want to scream? Well, let me fill you in on how my year has been going so far in this episode of Frank Pushes Back. Can't anyone do their freaking job? Seriously. Now, that's what my sister Janine's hairdresser and best friend Nancy always says. Can't anyone do their freaking job? Yep, Nancy, you are so right. It's so frustrating. Now, I'm not saying that no one does their job, but boy, oh boy, this year has been just cuckoo crazy. And I'm going to go through some of the cuckoo crazy stories that we've been through. Now, a lot of you know that my 91-year-old mom moved in with us. And, and she lives here now. We're taking care of her. And I was going through all her paperwork and setting up all her files in the brand new desk we got her, and looked and found out that her real name, her legal first name, her birth name, is not on any of her documents at all. None of them. Now, she's been going by the name Phyllis, but her real legal birth certificate name is Philomena. Her social security card is wrong. Her Medicare card is wrong. Her driver's license is wrong. Everything's wrong. Okay? And just like me, now my real name is Francis. Everybody calls me Frank. But on all my legal documents, everything is my legal Francis. And everything's got to match in this day and age of computers and identity theft and all the forms you got to fill out. Now, mind you, this was my mom, as I said, 91. So we're talking like let's say 70 some odd years ago when she applied for her Social Security card. There were no computers. Everything was handwritten. And so when she applied, and she said to me, yeah, I gave him my birth certificate. Okay. It had my legal name on it, Philomena, Josephine, and then her last name. He said, so what name do you use? And she says, well, I go by Phyllis. And he goes, okay, no problem. And so that's what he put on her Social Security card. And it's been wrong all this time. And as we were going through, because, we're doing a lot of legal stuff for her, everything has to match. Your birth certificate has to match everything. Birth certificate, death certificate, Medicare, Social Security. It's all got to match. You can't be going by two names. I mean, okay, Phyllis, Philomena, yeah, okay, get it. But she might as well just put on it Jane or Martha. It's not her real name. Okay, Frank is not my real name. It's Francis. So we have been in the process since January of this year, 2021, trying to correct all of this. And it all starts with Social Security. Those of you who have tried to get through to Social Security know how frustrating it is. I mean, you got to apparently call on the right day at the right time during, whatever, out to lunch, not in lunch. I mean, and then if you can get through and the phone system doesn't hang up on you, you're waiting, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Then you're praying to the Almighty that whoever answers the phone has an active brain cell. Okay? And so that's what you go through because, during COVID, you can't get in to the Social Security office. You can't go down. You cannot get an appointment unless it's COVID related. That's what they say. So everything is being done by phone. So thankfully, we get a hold of a nice gentleman, and I explain, my mom's 91, and she doesn't hear very well and sometimes doesn't understand. So she immediately, says who she is, and then says, I want to turn this phone call over to my son. And so the guy was really nice, and he goes, oh, I understand. It's funny you say that, he says. My elderly mom just moved in with us. So he said, this is what you got to do. You have to mail in her birth certificate, get the documentation on the list, send it in, and we will fix it. Now, I had already requested through the Monroe County Office of Records her birth certificate back in 1929, and so I already had that. And so that's what we did. So then we waited about almost a month, and her new Social Security card came. Was so excited, and it had on it Philomena. And that was the issue, was her first name. Her last name was fine. I mean, my mom remarried, and so her last name was fine, but we just had to fix the first name. So I was all happy. Social Security, check. So I go onto the Social Security site, the web page that I set up for her, and it was so nice to eventually see where at the top it says, good morning, Philomena, and I'm like, hallelujah. It is official. The card is here. The online site has her new name on it. So I go and I say, okay, time to get the new Medicare card, right? Because it says right on the Social Security, request new Medicare card, because they are together. They are entwined. Social Security, Medicare, same thing. So I click on yes, send new card, thinking, right? They're all connected. So we wait, and guess what? The Medicare card comes, and it has the old name on it. I'm like, come on. So I have to pick a day and a time and get my, rosary out and, call back Social Security. So I get a nice lady, and I explain the situation, and she says, oh, yeah, they obviously didn't do the, we corrected it. I see we corrected it. I see there was a name change, and Medicare didn't get the request. She says, I will put that request in for you to the Medicare side, and they will key in her new name, and they will send you a new Medicare card. And I said, oh, thank you so much, and hung up. And waited and waited and waited, and weeks, and guess what? The new Medicare card came, and it was wrong. Yep, it was wrong. It had her old name on it. I was like, come on. So I called Medicare. And I said, blah, 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 blah. And they said, oh, sorry, we don't do name changes. That's Social Security, okay? And I'm like, oh, well, I did that the first time. I mean, she said, I will send this over to Medicare, and they will fix it. I said, that's why I'm calling you. And they said, no. Obviously, it didn't get fixed. You need to call Social Security back. I'm like, okay, thank you. So I call Social Security, and I get a lady, and she's very rough and gruff. And so, again, my mom starts the phone call, and she says, hand it over to my son. And I said, hi, I'm her son, and blah, blah. I don't want to talk to you. I go, well, I'm sorry, but, my mom doesn't hear. So, well, she was doing fine. She was doing fine. I said, why are you being so nasty? I'm not being nasty. I said, yeah, you kind of are. I said, I need you to request on the Medicare side the change in the first name. I said, you can see it's Philomena. But the card said, and for Medicare said, still has Phyllis on it. And she said, you're going to have to call Medicare. I said, no. I said, no. I said, this goes through Social Security. I said, you have to request. No, don't tell me. I said, no. I said, stop. I said, that's not correct. I said, you're giving out wrong information. I said, it's your job. You, as Social Security, have to request from Medicare to do the change. So don't tell me that it's Medicare's problem. It's not. I said, and I don't know why you're being so nasty. I'm nasty. She's yelling at me. I said, what is your problem? And then click. She hangs up on me. And I'm like, oh, hell no, you did not just hang up on me. So I immediately dialed back, and thankfully I got into the system, and within a couple of minutes, a lady answered, and I thought, oh, it better not be the nasty lady. She's like, hi, it's Social Security. Thank you for calling. This is Kathy. I'm like, oh, hi, Kathy. So I explain the situation, and she goes, oh, they didn't fix it? No problem. She says, let me key this in, and I'm going to make a second request to Medicare and have them fix it and send you out a new card. I said, thank you so much. I said, I called 5 minutes ago. I said, and you might want to check the phone call from the lady who took my call. I said, I know how, your system says, and this phone call will be monitored for quality assurance or whatever. I said, I think you better listen to it and monitor it. I said, because she was nasty as heck. I said, and giving out wrong information, telling me to call Medicare when I knew it was you. And then she hung up on me. So then Kathy goes, would you like to speak to a supervisor? And I said, yeah, I would. And so then she comes back and says, the supervisor is busy at the moment, but I have your phone number, and he will call you back. I said, oh, okay, great, thank you. I hang up. Within 10 minutes, the supervisor calls me, and I go through the whole thing, and he's so apologetic and kind of horrified. And he said, well, I will make sure that this gets fixed on the Medicare side, and I will call you back tomorrow to confirm that it has been fixed. And I said, thank you. I said, you have been so helpful. The woman, Kathy, has been so helpful. But the first girl who took my call, I said, you better listen to that conversation, and you will see the difference between my conversation with her and my conversation with Kathy and how helpful she was. I said, and that one's the one you need to get rid of, because if she is that rude and nasty, maybe she shouldn't be doing this job. Maybe she needs to work elsewhere. So anyways, in the end, the next day, he called me back and confirmed that the change to Medicare had been made correctly, and it was changed to Philomena, and my mom's new Medicare card was going to come very shortly to the house. So I said, thank you, and I hung up. And I'm thinking to myself, I can see what went on the first time in the Medicare office, right? When Social Security sends the request over. This is what I think went down.
Yeah, oh God, I got such a long list of names I have to fix. Oh God, this is so boring. Cheryl! Are there any donuts left in the break room? Yeah, I'm hungry. Give me a donut. Yeah. I don't want a cream filled. I don't nothing messy. Doing these name changes. God, this is boring. What? No glazed. I don't want glazed. Yeah. Fried cake. Find me a fried cake, Cheryl. A fried cake. Yeah. What? All right. Yeah, we going out tonight? Oh, jeez. Are we going out? Yeah, no, I don't want to go there. What? No. Tell him he's not coming with us. I don't want to see him. He's not part of our group. No. All right. Yeah, I'll see you at lunch soon. Get that donut in here. I'm starving. These dumb name changes.
That's what I think went down. Yeah, come on. Put down the donut. Put down the coffee. Stop playing Candy Crush on your cell phone and do your freaking job. Honestly, how many times do we have to keep calling in trying to fix your mistakes? Pay attention and do your job right. So the last thing we have to fix is her Epic card. Now, Epic is it's a New York State insurance for the elderly, and Epic stands for Elderly Pharmaceutical Insurance Coverage. And basically, it's to help you pay for your prescriptions as long as you're signed up for Medicare Part D and all of that. So again, I call the Epic hotline and I explain everything, and she says, okay, well, we just need proof of the name change. And she says, so I'm going to need your mom's new Medicare card. I'm like, okay, no problem. So she gives me the fax number. And so I type up a cover letter and say, please, blah, 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 change your name from Phyllis to Philomena and issue a brand new card. And so I fax that all in. And of course, Sharon says to me from Epic, if you don't hear from me, then you're good to go. If I don't get the fax, I will call you back. So I'm like, okay. So we were all set and fine. time goes by, and I kind of lost sight of it. And now it's 6 weeks later, and I say to myself, you know what? She hasn't got her Epic card. So I call Epic back, and I talk to a lady, and she looks, and she goes, oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah, okay, Philomena. Yeah, it's right. Yeah, oh, yeah, I see the Medicare. It's on record. Yeah, we got it. Oh, but nobody changed it in the computer. Oh, that's not right. And I'm like, oh, here we go again. They got the information I faxed, but somebody just took it and filed it and didn't fix it in the computer and issue a new card. I'm like, oh, come on, people, get with it. So she says, okay, I'm going to send the request over again and have them do the change, and we will send your mom a new Epic card. And I'm like, thank you so much. And I'm thinking, oh, please, Lord, how many of these phone calls do we have to make? It is now like June. It's 6 months. We've been going through all these changes. Just so you know, it finally did come. It just came. We're talking September. Okay. My mom just got the Epic card. Yeah, finally. Now, the next story is about a purchase we made from QVC. Okay, now my mom and I were watching the QVC, and David Venable was doing, the holiday foods, and it was Jenny Lee cinnamon bread. You would get 6 Jenny Lee loaves of cinnamon bread. It was like for $43.20. Yeah, I know it's expensive. It was like, I don't know, $7 a loaf. But my mom and I wanted it. And so you got 3 basic cinnamon loaves, and then you got to pick another variety, and we did the cinnamon raisin. So when Kevin comes home, we're like, order this right now. Call QVC. So he calls, and, and I have it all written out. It's item number M172569, 3 loaves of this and 3 loaves of that, 6 loaves for $43.20, free shipping, thank you very much. So he gets the lady on the phone and going through everything, and she's like, okay, sir, thank you. All right, your total is $248. Oh my goodness, that's such a good price. And he comes and goes, what? $248? Are you crazy? It's supposed to be $43.20. What did you put in? And this lady was so confused. He goes, lady, I don't know what you put in, but I'm ordering 6 loaves of cinnamon bread. And you think $248 is a good price? Are you kidding me? He's like, oh my gosh. She goes, well, I don't understand. And she's going on, and he's repeating all the information. Finally, he goes, I want to talk to a supervisor. Get me a supervisor now. I am done with you. God only knows what you're charging my credit card, so I am done. So he has to wait for a supervisor. He gets one on the line. He goes, you need to look at my account right now in my charge and make sure that this broad did not charge me $248 for 6 loaves of bread, which should be $43. Come on. So she says, no, you're fine. I'll put the order through, blah, 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 blah. He goes, I just don't understand what her he goes, you better be checking on the girl who I was just talking to, because she does not know what she's talking about, and she doesn't know what she's doing. So you're going to have a lot of frustrated customers calling in on all these QVC food orders. So finally, that got done, and he hangs up, and he looks at me, and I go, I know. Can anyone do their freaking job? Seriously. Can you imagine? Oh, yes, sir. $248. Oh, what a great price. Hello, McFly. Activate a brain cell. It's just ridiculous. Now, the next story is about poor Kevin, okay? Now, Kevin usually at the salon wears all black. Usually a black V-neck T-shirt with kind of a black shirt over it, black pants, all in black, very kind of a simple, standard, salon outfit. During the summer, I said to him, you need to order some black shorts, because in the past, he would wear his cruise shorts. And I said, I can get those in black. So we went to jcpenney's.com, and I found him the black cargo shorts. And I said, you need to order some more of the black V-neck shirts because the other shirts, wash after wash, they're fading, and you really need some new ones. So he goes online and he orders 3 brand new black V-neck Arizona label t-shirts, short sleeve t-shirts, and 3 pairs of black cargo shorts. So well, that's really good. And so they said, I think in the memo, that it probably will be coming in 2 separate shipments, which it did. But the first shipment shows up. Are you ready for this? The box comes, I see the UPS truck, right? I'm like, okay, Ma, we got to get the box. They just drop it. Half the time they don't even knock on the door. They don't knock on the door. They don't ring the doorbell. Your stuff is sitting outside for anyone to take. So if we're not on alert when Kevin gets a notice it's coming, that stuff could be, dragged off by somebody. So he drops it at the door. We get the box in. I'm like, this is kind of heavy for, t-shirts or even 3 pairs of shorts. So I open it up. Do you know what was in the box? Are you ready for what was in the box? The package contained 1 V-neck black short sleeve t-shirt in large and a set of extra long twin bedding sheets in mauve. Yeah, bed sheets, extra long twin mauve. And the label, that's what kills me, is the label on this whole package inside says 3 black V-neck t-shirts, large. Who is pulling this order? Who cannot read that there should be 3 t-shirts and not 1 t-shirt and a mauve bedding set? Come on! Activate a brain cell. Pay attention to what you're doing. So it gets shipped to us. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. So again, the phone calls have to be made to JCPenney's, blah, 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 blah. He's trying to explain. They're like, you're going to have to wait 3 days, whatever, because we got to find out where your t-shirts went, who's missing the mauve extra long bedding set, and try to get this together. So please call us back because we can't help you now. He's like, you come on. Send me the t-shirts I ordered and paid for. So 3 days go by. He calls on the 4th day, and again, I guess nobody, reported missing or had a messed up order. And so he gets shipped the remaining 2 t-shirts, and eventually the shorts arrive as well. But come on. I mean, I know these warehouses are big, but if you've got an order that says 3 black t-shirts, why are you putting a bedding set in the box? It boggles the mind. It just boggles the mind. The next one is also a Kevin issue because it's every time he goes to Taco Bell. Yeah, Taco Bell, I'm calling you out. And he's like, well, I like to go to this one because it's good, but then I want to go that far. I will go to this one. But it's a crapshoot sometimes. You don't know what you're going to end up with. They're not listening. He gets in line, right? And he orders what he always orders, right? This is Kevin. I'd like to order a number 6 with the steak, not the chicken, and a large Mountain Dew. And then this is what he gets. Okay. That'll be $18.54. Pull up. And he's like, $18.54? He goes, no. That's not right. It's not right. It was a number 6 with the Mountain Dew. Okay? It comes to exactly $10.59 with tax. I know exactly, because I get this all the time. Oh, don't you worry. I got you, boo. I got you. And Kevin's like, first of all, I'm not your boo. Second of all, you don't got me because it's not $18 and whatever. It's $10.59. So get the order right. Okay, I got it. Pull up. And then, I always tell him, you better go through that order with a fine-tooth comb. But sometimes he doesn't, and he gets home, and he goes, I have no idea what's in the bag. I have no idea. It's a crapshoot. He opens it, and it's like, you know how so many times he has come home, and when I have said, yeah, I'll have Taco Bell with you, and we get home, and it's totally somebody else's order. And I'm like, oh, my God. We just got like $20 or $25 with a Taco Bell, and somebody got, our $15 order. And I'm like, well, what's in it? Is it something we like? Because, too bad. It's food. It's kind of non-returnable. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll eat it. But honestly, Taco Bell, seriously, it's a crapshoot. It's amazing that no one listens. No one is paying attention to what you're saying. You're talking apples. They're hearing oranges. It's ridiculous. You know what Judge Judy always says? Put on your 2 listening ears and close your mouth and listen to what I am saying. Stop talking over me and listen. And everybody is doing it. No one's listening. They're just not. It's so aggravating. The wrong merchandise, screw-ups, overcharges abound. Now, my poor sister, we'll talk about my sister Janine, the one I told you about in the beginning of this video. My sister Janine also takes care of our 81-year-old aunt, my mom's sister, Aunt Teresa. And she wants the morning newspaper. You know how old people are. They want the newspaper. They like to go through the obituaries, like my mother says. Well, we like to go through the obituaries, we want to see if anybody we know has died. It's like, oh my God, okay. My sister has called the Democrat and Chronicle 1,000,000 times. I like to order a newspaper, send it to this address. I'm sorry, what was that address? Adams Street. Can you spell that? Adams. A-D-A-M-S. Adams. Okay, that's A-D-E-A-M-S-D. No, Adams, A-D-A-M-S. Okay, well, can you repeat that again? My sister's like, oh my God, I had to tell this woman 5 times. How hard is it? Okay, we'll get that right out tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, no newspaper. Week goes by, no newspaper. My aunt's like, where's the paper? I'm not getting the paper. My sister calls. Why doesn't she have the paper? Oh, we'll get right on that. Well, we'll check that out for you. Don't you worry, ma'am. We'll take care of it. All right, we'll get that out tomorrow. The infamous tomorrow, checks in the mail. Tomorrow comes and goes, no paper, no paper. But guess what comes in the mail? Are you ready? Yeah, a bill. Yeah, a bill from the Democrat and Chronicle for newspaper service. She gets the bill, but doesn't get any newspaper. So my sister's like, come on. So she calls her, listen, we are not paying for this. We're not paying for this. She didn't get the paper. This is ridiculous. What is your problem? Well, get right on that, ma'am. I got to see because I'm not sure. We'll have to check on the delivery people in the area. Well, if there's nobody to deliver it, then why are you telling me you're going to take... Oh, no problem, no problem. I'll get it tomorrow. Don't lie to me. If you can't do it, you can't do it. So she kind of puts that to bed like it's not going to happen. A couple of weeks later, she's like, we're going to try again. And she gets the same song and dance. But this time she's like, listen, I've been through this crap before. I'm not going through it again. If you can't deliver the paper, tell me now. No, man, we're going to get that right out tomorrow. Well, y'all know what's coming. And it's no newspaper. Newspaper does not come. But guess what comes? Yep, you got it. A bill. A bill comes. Yeah, no newspaper and a bill. My sister went through this 1,000,000 times. I said, we're done. Sorry, Aunt Teresa. You're just not going to get a newspaper. I don't know what to tell you. Incompetence. Yeah, they'll want your money, but they're not going to give you the service. It's absolutely ridiculous. And these are just a few stories, tip of the iceberg of the nonsense that's been going on this year. I don't know what, is there something in the water? Can't anyone do their freaking job? I mean, seriously. It's so aggravating and frustrating, the constant phone calls back and forth. You got to fight your way through everything just to get what you are owed and hopefully deal with somebody with an active brain cell. And again, I don't want to blaspheme or paint a brush on everybody, but it just seems lately that this is what you're getting. Everywhere we go, every phone call we make, it's just a taffy pull of frustration and aggravation. So, yeah, tip of the iceberg. That's how our year has been going. And I hope that you've all had better luck than we have. And I want to hear from all of you. You comment below and you let me know how what experiences you've been going through. Let me know the worst aggravating, frustrating experience you have had. Because I'm dying to hear that it's not just us. So I want to thank you for joining me in this latest episode of Frank Pushes Back. On behalf of Kevin and myself, thank you. Remember, don't just watch our videos, but follow us on YouTube and click that subscribe button. Also, click the little bell, and you'll get automatic notifications when our videos go live. Also, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. And remember to always travel safe and cruise often.